Here I am again, crying on fucking camera. Love this for me. Okay, let's talk about it. Right now I'm just feeling a range of emotions, and most likely, like, I feel like I have to do this video so I can, like, talk myself through it, and I guess it helps me, it just gives me more clarity once I, like, talk shit out, I guess. But right now I'm just feeling a lot of, like, I'm just feeling annoyed. I'm feeling so annoyed at myself because, okay, let's start with the breath, okay? I think the quality probably looks like shit, but you know what? It goes with the vibes. Okay, anyway. Okay, let's talk about it. First things first, I'm crying because I want to be loved. I sound like a fucking little girl. I mean, I am. I mean, I'm not, but I am, because, you know, we're all still children at heart. But yeah, I'm crying because I want to be loved, and I think that is my problem right there. I want to be loved. It's not a problem. It's just like maybe I'm putting too much into it, you know what I mean? Or like too much energy into it. Okay, so let me start. Basically, I've been single and celibate for 7 years now, which 9 out of 10 recommend, because I'm gonna give it 1 point off because it's times like this where you're just frustrated because it's like, why the fuck is it why isn't it working? And it's mostly because, like, I know that I have never experienced actual being in love, like the shit that you see maybe on, okay, I don't expect the shit you see on movies exactly, but I expect something kind of like similar, you know. I don't expect anything perfect, of course, but I know it's real, I know it's possible, I know it's attainable, and I know, or I'm like having to see that I'm worthy of that kind of love. And that's where it's like, maybe that's where it's like, I gotta like set this in. So basically, yeah, I've been single and celibate for 7 years now. I was the last person that I was in a relationship with, it was when I was like 18 to like 20s when we were together. So basically my whole fucking 20s I've been single. And yeah, that relationship ended pretty badly, I guess you could say. Yeah, it was bad because, you know, I knew, like, first of all, let's start with attraction. It is important. We attract people. We attract a certain kind of people, a certain kind of vibration to us, and I know that 100%. And I realized that, you know, it stems from childhood. It stems from just, you know, like what you've known, what you're accustomed to. It's just like, you know, it's like, especially parents wise, like, you're gonna probably attract the kind of love you've seen. And that's why it's important, you know, when you have kids, which I'm gonna talk about that maybe another video, if I ever do another video, to like be a representation of love. Like, if you want your child to be loved correctly, be that representation, or try your best to be that representation now for them. So don't try your best not to fucking have a piece of shit in your life, because then your child seeing that you allowed a piece of shit in you allowed, like, my mom allowed a piece of shit in for her, then that's all I know, that's all I'm gonna get. And long story short, yeah, so a lot of what I've known has been very toxic love. Like, men basically cheat, do whatever they want. You might see a big ass spider. There's a spider crawling on my stuff, so if you see a spider on the camera lens, then you know, because it looks like it's going, okay, it's going around the camera. Nice. Anyway, yeah, so you attract what you know, and I did that. I attracted somebody that cheated on me, serially cheated. Like, the guy was a cheater. And look, let me preface this with, like, I don't wish that guy any harm. In fact, I wish him the best of everything in life. Like, I wish him nothing but love, happiness, all of that, because at the end of the day, we were children, and in a way, he attracted me just like I attracted him. But yeah, I was in a relationship that he was a serial cheater. And I'm also just somebody like forever, like I just me personally, as much as I would wish that I could just go and cheat back or do some shit back, I wouldn't allow it, because I'm like, if I'm having a hard fucking time with this person, why the fuck would I go out of my way to go be with somebody else and that shit not work out? And now I have two motherfuckers that I have to deal with that I'm attached to. Like, that shit just never made sense to me. So yeah, I basically on and off again with him, and I think in a way he just couldn't believe that I wasn't doing anything, considering all the shit that he did. And it basically, like I said, on and off, it turned into what you would expect it to. It turned into, abuse in many ways. And yeah, I finally left May 8th, 2019 is when I was like officially, like, I mean, it's crazy because it's true. Yeah, you're done before you're done, like you say it. But I knew like I wanted to be done. It was just like kind of like he wouldn't let me be done. And even after then, like I still kind of was, he still was around and like dealing whatever. Anyway, yeah, so that was the last time I remember. Okay, let's go back. Let me slow down a little bit. I remember when I was in there and when I was allowing it, I didn't tell anybody what I was going through really, because like I said, it was on and off again. And I didn't want like other people to like judge him or judge me in the situation, because I'm obviously going back. So like, like I had to, like, I just dealt with that shit by myself. And where am I going with this? My bad. I'm gonna try my best to stay on track. Yeah, so I try my best. Oh, I am trying my best. I'm always doing my best. Okay. I'm gonna just cut the video. I'm looking at all these spiders around me. It's okay. We're all friends. Oh, okay, so I remember when I was in the relationship, and like I said, I knew that I was allowing some shit that I shouldn't have allowed. I felt like, obviously, shit, I felt unworthy. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like the fact that, I just couldn't trust him. And first of all, even though I was saying I love you to him, I know, I can recognize now that was not fucking love. That was not love. That was a whole lot of lust, because I did lose my virginity to him and was in a soul contract with him because I integrated with him that way. And I know, like, it was just an attachment, and I just know, like, the fact that I kept going back, it never made me feel good. It never made me feel, like, it made you feel how you feel, how it is. And yeah, I remember praying to God, like, every time, like, Lord, if you get me out of this relationship, I won't do it again. Like, I won't let this shit happen again. Like, if you help me get out of this one for real, I'm gonna make sure that I get it together and not like get into another trap. Like, I'm gonna figure out what the fuck is wrong with me and why I'm allowing some shit like this to ever occur in my life, because you say I'm worthy, you say I'm loved. Why would I allow this in my life? So by the grace of God, he freed me. And I kept my word. I close myself off, essentially, and just, like, I mean, yeah, I will flirt here and there, maybe have a conversation too, but I always knew, like, I wasn't ready, because there was some internal stuff that I really had to work through. And over the course of 7 years, I can safely say that I have, I have, bitch, I fucking have. I don't give a fuck. I have. And yeah, I don't give a fuck about my language too, because this is how I feel. I definitely have worked through a lot of those traumas, seeing where they came from, recognizing them, seeing the shadows for what they are. I'm talking about, like, I cried even last fucking week about some shit because it hit me. Like, I remember, like, I was like, why do I feel, and I think the biggest message today, or like a big thing, is just being worthy of love. Because I know, like, from childhood, a big thing that I believed, and not, yeah, I mean, I heard, is that, like, I love my grandma, love her to death, but she would say stuff like, and I never really grew up on affection either, which thus, like I said, attracted what I attracted. But anyway, she would say stuff like, if you don't know how to cook, if you don't know how to clean, you'll never get a man. All men cheat. Like, you know, like, don't be like, she just would say some crazy shit. And, you know, it basically, she would just say, you're never gonna find a man, you're never gonna find a man because you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this. Like, obviously that's just the old way of thinking and the old way of growing up and teaching people on tough love. And you know, I thankfully, like, I cried about that shit last week because I was like, why do I feel like I'm not worthy of that shit? Like, why do I feel like I'm like, it's not, you know? But anyway, yeah, so I saw it for what it is, and I cried because I'm like, damn, like, I remember that, and it kind of just came to me, and I was like, wow, like, you're still carrying that, little sense of belief, even though you write a million trillion billion times that you're so worthy of love. And the thing is too, over the course of 7 years, and especially the last couple, like 3 years essentially, because I went through rock bottom in 2022, started changing my speech and how I talk about myself and my life in 2023 for the best. And from then I've just been like much better. And then 2024, I would say, is when I went through my awakening. Haven't had a bad day. Even if I'm having a rough time, I don't have bad days, okay? Life is fucking great. I love my life. I'm so grateful for every and everything, even in the midst of this. But anyway, so like I said, I've been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of healing, and it's helped. Like, it's helped a lot. And I think a lot of people can relate when they say, like, you know, like, all you can do is your best all the time. And I have been. And I would say, like, especially as of lately, maybe like even when I had liked people, like, I remember there's a couple times I liked people and I like had to see, like, oh, well, there's this I gotta work on too. Like, for example, I went through limerence. So let me backtrack. So my ex, that one that I dealt with, the last guy I was with, that was lust, and that was trauma bond, right? So that was not love. That was not me being in love. That was, I covered up with love. That was not love. I know for a fact that was not love. Then I remember in 2023 when I started changing, I liked this guy so much. It was my first, like, I had such a huge crush on him. And in a way, I'm not gonna lie, he was playing mind games too. But anyway, I digress. It didn't turn into nothing, but that was limerence. At that time, that word was trending on TikTok, limerence. So just having like this delusional, like, obsession or whatever. I'm gonna say, I was a little obsessed. I'll admit, fuck it, I'll admit it. The fuck. But yeah, anyway, I'll find myself giving and like giving to this man. When I say giving, I mean like snacks and stuff, because we worked in the same place. I would just like give him food and shit, but I would like go out of my way to like do shit, and I had to see it for what it was. Like, oh, and that's when I found out I was an avoidant attachment, and like just a whole lot of stuff that I was figuring out. Then I'm not gonna lie, I came across this guy, never spoke more than 3 words to, don't know his name. I honestly feel like this guy, I know it sounds fucking crazy. I know it does, but it is what it is, and I'm just gonna say how it is. I feel like this guy, like, kind of triggered my awakening in a bit, because it's like when I met him, or when I saw him, because I didn't even meet him, bro. I just saw him, and when I came back after a whole, like, trauma thing. Anyway, when I saw him, that's when, like, my life, like, I just kind of fell into this pit of just complete love and bliss and happiness. That's what you go through when you go through awakening, I guess. And he taught me unconditional love, because I don't know how the fuck, I don't know this guy's name. I didn't even speak more than 3 words. I'm just saying, like, hi. I said hi like twice. Anyway, I feel like he taught me unconditional love, because I don't know why I cared so much for him. It was so random. It was so weird. And I'm pretty sure he was gay. Nothing against that. I'm just saying, like, I know that there wasn't going to be anything more. Not only that, I think he was married and gay. Imagine, like, bro, I don't even know. But anyway, I just know, like, at the end of the day, I loved that man for whatever it is, unconditionally. Like, I had to see, like, oh, like, this is what unconditional love feels like. I know it sounds absolutely batshit crazy, but it is what it is, and it's life. Anyway, now I'm here. I'm at this point in my life. Like, that's another thing. Like, I don't really like people. Like, I love everyone. Even if I don't like you as a person, because, you know, you probably do some fucked up shit, because people do fucked up shit. I try my best to embody love and share that love and see you as the human being and as the one that we are, because at the end of the day, we're all fucking one, and you're a reflection of me. So I try to see, you know, all of that good shit, because we could talk about that another day. But anyway, it's rare that I actually feel a connection or like feel something for somebody, like for real. And this year I did. Like, I ended up having another person that I came across that I ended up, one, I found him attractive. I can find people attractive, but it's like once I see that you're not like, I don't know, it's just so rare that I actually feel like a connection, that something could be more with somebody. And so that's where it's like, how the fuck did, like, anyway, um I met someone, and I feel like I ended up really catching feelings, like really, like, and this person I actually talked to, thankfully. Not that delusional to go fall in love with somebody I don't even know again. But which I'm not gonna say I fell in love with that last guy. He just taught me unconditional love. But this one, this year, I don't know why that I felt such a connection to him. I found him attractive initially, but I just, after getting to know him, I really ended up like just liking the way he moves. And I'm talking about the way he like is, the kind of heart he has, because I see that. And in that fact alone, I'm gonna be grateful, because I attracted now, or what I was attracted to at this point in my life, was somebody, it was somebody good, like somebody that, he's not perfect by any means, but for the most part I can see that he's a good person. And I'm grateful because, I think it's came a long way from where I was. But anyway, yeah, and it got to the point where I had to ended up like removing myself from the situation, because I'm not gonna go into it because I feel like that's just too much in business. But like, basically it was just another obstacle that for some reason, for some way, we can't be together because of something else. And I really don't want to give too much, but morally I know that I can't go out of my way to be with him. So but she's not married, not like that. Anyway, close enough. Anyway, like I said, morally I just know that I had to remove myself because I was really developing feelings and like caring and whatnot. And now it's been like fucking 2 weeks, and I'm just so annoyed because, like, why are you like not over this? Why are you like still going through this? Like, why? I'm annoyed at myself because why do I care so much? Why is this loop, why is this perpetuating in my life? Because I know I'm worthy of it, and I know that I can, like, it's crazy, but I know like love is in the stars for me. I know it's coming my way because, like I said, I'm very in tune, I'm tapped in, I'm turned on. I am. And I think right now I'm just annoyed because it's not here right now. And I know there's some things I have to work with in my personal life that I have to deal with. And I think that's an example of what everybody else has to go through. We all have shit that we could be working on and working towards on our individual journey. So I know that that's a part of it, but it's like also like I'm just annoyed because like I'm just like, I guess like right now what I'm feeling and what I've been saying is like I feel like something wasn't clicking for a long time for me, because it's just like every time that I really cared, well, this is the time I really cared like this. But for the first time, I have to say, this is the first time I actually really fucking cared like this. And that's why I'm annoyed with myself, because just like it's still not moving, it's still not going. And I get it, good things come to those who wait, but bitch, I've been waiting for fucking 7 years. Let me stop, because the majority of that I really had to like, girl, you didn't need to be with nobody. And I think I really want to do a video on just like how powerful that is. But you know what, let me just put it all in here, because fuck it, whoever watches this watches it, and who doesn't, don't. Anyway, I think it's so important to have that period of singleness and have that period of just finding yourself and knowing yourself and loving yourself. It's so important. Like, I can't tell you how much I love myself, I value myself. Like, I think I'm the most incredible, I know I'm the most incredible person in this world for me, because and you are too, you are incredible too in your own way. You are so beautiful, incredible, loving. Like, I want everyone in their own way to feel seen and to feel whole and to feel fulfilled in their own lives. That's not gonna always, that varies a lot. That's like it's like a sliding scale. Like, it's just like it comes and goes, but for the most part you should get to a point where nobody can tell you who you're not. Like I said, in 2023 is when I started changing my language. I started telling myself I am all the things I want to be and all the things I am. So I'm beautiful, I'm confident, I'm loving. At first I didn't believe that shit, and I felt like I was just lying to myself. That shit works. Keep telling yourself that shit. You will be so convinced. No one can trick you out your position. The enemy, the devil, cannot tell you who you're not. okay? Once you know who you are that person. That's why I'm so fucking annoyed too, because it's like, I have to say, you see, I'm not perfect, because here I am talking about I'm annoyed, but I'm just annoyed in this moment. I know it's gonna pass, but we are so worthy of all the love in the universe, of all the abundance, of all the caring and great things in life. Stop thinking that you're not. I do feel like it is very necessary. It's not for everybody to have a period of singleness and just really finding yourself and being aware of parts of yourself that are hidden, and that's what they call it, the shadows, that you bury underneath things that you don't like about other people that really is inside of you. I really have, for them, I would like to believe that I did it for the most part. I've integrated a lot of those things, and I think today I'm just annoyed because I just wanted, I want something with this person, but I know I'm at a point where there's nothing, not that I can do, because there's things I can do, but I won't do it because morally, I mean, I'm not gonna say morally because it's really not that big of a deal, but I just know, like, I'm the prize. I don't need to go out of my way to, like, show somebody he knows I care. He knows that, he knows I fucking care. So it's like, as the woman, as the feminine, I don't need to make it more clearer, like, go get my, I'm not gonna do that. Why? Because I am the prize. I am worthy of being loved. I'm worthy of being pursued. I'm worthy of being cared for in all the right ways. And if it doesn't fucking happen with this person, the position will be filled, period. It will be filled. But at the same time, like, maybe I just have to get to a point with, like, okay, and I was okay, mind you, 7 years, bitch. 7 years. I was okay with marrying myself at one point. Like, bitch, I'll be alone. Truthfully, I never even wanted to have kids of my own. Really want to have it. Like, I really want to adopt kids. So it's like, I could do all this shit by myself. I don't need to have a man. It's not like that. I don't need a man. I just know, like, it's a feeling that I know, like, love is here for me, or that it's coming, or it's like, it's very present in my awareness, and that's where I get annoyed, because it's not here. Like, I've been doing shit, I've been going, I am Miss Independent. Don't ask nobody for shit. Don't ask for help. I'm gonna take care of shit. Well, let me go back. Not that I don't ask people for help, because I have a whole fucking legion. I have a whole army. I have all the help in the world and more from my team. Love my family. I'm not talking about my family. I'm talking about my spirit team. Okay, like, I know, like, no matter what, whether I'm alone or whether I'm with somebody, I'm always gonna be straight. I don't need somebody to here to provide for me, to, like, fucking put my garbage out, fucking carry I don't need that shit. I've been doing this shit, and I've had to learn to appreciate and be so grateful and thankful for the strength that I have, that I am, to embody that. Like, that's why I know, like, it's important to have a really nice balance of your feminine and masculine energies. Like, I know what that is, because we all have it. Like, you can't be so helpless. I'm gonna say you can't, because you can. People do. At the end of the day, people are on their own journeys. What works for you works for you. What works for me is what works for me. And I've been in this period of just in the wilderness, in the fucking field, fighting by myself, bitch. Not by myself, because I have my team. My team is always there for me, but it's more like moral support, if you know what I mean. Because I gotta do the heavy lifting, you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I've cultivated so much self-love, so much gratitude, and I feel so much better, because now I'm not, like, I don't even feel like crying no more, because what the fuck am I crying about? What am I crying about? Like, I was crying about a connection that I feel like it's just not happening right now. And I do feel like, what if, but it's also like, what if not? It's okay if what if not. It's okay if it's not him. Because why? Just be okay with where you are right now. Keep working on yourself. Keep building on yourself. Keep building those foundations within yourself, because there's still things I want to work through and, like, work towards. There's so much that I want to do in life. That's another thing. There's so much that I want to do. I got to narrow it down. I can do a little bit of everything, but, like, for the most part, like, bro, I'm just so, like, I just know I'm all that. And I hope you know you're all that, because you are. If nobody has told you, you are all that, bitch. You are. And I don't mean to call you a bitch in a negative way. I mean, just, I need you to get me when I hear me when I say this. You are all that. You are so worthy. You are so protected. You are so guided. You are so cared for. You just need to feel into that. You need to like lean into that and feel it for all that it is. I'm not saying you have to go on a fucking 7-year restriction like I did. It helps though. It helps. I can't lie. Like I have cultivated so much discipline and so much awareness in the time that I have spent to myself, because then I was thus allowed to like come into this whole other world of just beings and literally being, that it's like it's really like there's no place I would rather be right now than where the fuck I'm at. And I want everyone out there to feel the same way. I want you to feel so worthy and so just so powerful. Like you need to see how much power you felt, how much, bro, you know what the fuck I mean. You need to see how powerful you are and just how loved you are right now. Like, yeah, you want it in the physical, you want in the reality, you want that connection, but you already are. And I think it's just important to feel into that constantly. Get that imposter syndrome out the fucking way. That's another thing. Like, stop thinking you're not all, stop thinking you're not who you are. You are that, and you are so much more. You are all the good and all the love, all the light that is in the world. You are everything, all here, all at once. Okay? And yeah, I feel a lot better. I'm glad I got that shit off of my chest. And yeah, I'm done with this video. I feel much better. Thank you. Whoever listened to this, thank you. I know this was a lot of rambling, but help me out. All right, bye guys.